Hello, and welcome to our remaining 2 weeks of the semester. So things are really starting to wrap up. And so I have some announcements, and if you look over here on the agenda, I kind of outlined some of them, but this is going to be a lot of announcements that are really kind of wrapping up the semester. So first of all, you'll notice in the agenda that there is no discuss activity. We are done with discuss activities for the semester, and there's no focus and reflect activity either. We have one final focus and reflect activity, and that will be next week, and I will explain that in a little bit. So this week is really devoted to finishing and completing the visualization project. And the visualization project is composed of two parts. So not only finishing the multimodal creation that you make on a web-based platform, but also which is part one, but also finishing part two, which is doing that process analysis where you really go back and look at your process of visualization and how it deepened your knowledge. So for more guidance on what to write about for that process analysis, do see the assignment sheet for the inquiry blog. For blog number 4, it's listed there. So that's what that's what this week is focusing on. And then don't forget to comment to your review and comment peers visualization projects, and that is due by next Monday. So that's for this week for the visualization project. Next up, I just wanted to talk about course evaluations, and these are School of Ed course evaluations. They will be coming via email. You'll be receiving an email invite. If you haven't already, for sure you'll be receiving one this week. I don't send them. They're sent automatically from some computerized system. So they will be sent to you, and you will receive multiple reminders until you do them. So please keep doing that. I think you have 2 weeks to do them once you get your invite. So please fill that out, and that will be coming. And then for the final focus and reflect activity, that will be next week. And basically it will be a video discussion on Flipgrid. So we will close our semester with a focus and reflect activity looking at your learning this semester via Flipgrid video post. And there will be a bonus opportunity. So the final focus and reflect activity is you posting your video. There is a bonus activity, however, if you review and respond to 3 of your peers from the class within Flipgrid. So many of you do that already, but I'd really like us to end with a sense of community in the semester. I know the end of the semester can be very stressful, but that community can actually be really fueling and giving you energy to go strong in your other classes as well. So I'm offering a bonus point opportunity for you to not only post your own final reflect on the Flipgrid, and that will be up next week, but then also to view and respond to 3 of your classmates, so then you can possibly earn 2 points for the 1 point final focus and reflect. And that information and that link will be available and up next week. So that will be coming. Then for the final exam, and I'm just going, what I'm doing right now is I am finishing the grading of the discuss activities and the focus and reflect activities. I'm just about done. And then I will be starting to put them up on D2L so you can see. And I will notify those who cannot opt out of the final exam. I'll notify you by email, but there'll be totals of you'll be able to total your checks and check pluses because I'll be entering those this week, and you'll know if you are able to opt out of the final exam or not. Now, if you are able to opt out of the final exam, which means you got 17 or more check and check pluses from the discuss and focus and reflect activities, if you are able to opt out of the final exam, you will just be exempt from the final exam. So your grade will be calculated out of 90 points if you are a undergrad and 10 points less if you are from the 140 total if you are a grad student. That's how that will work. However, if you would like to do the final exam to earn perhaps a cushion to perhaps get you to a certain grade that you want, you are welcome to do the final exam as for that purpose as well. So to find out more about the final exam, so the final exam terms will be available starting on Monday, and then it will be due the following Monday, May 15th. So to find out a little bit more about the final exam, you go to Content, and under Content, with syllabus and assignments, you will scroll down and you will see the final exam the final exam is right here. I mean, it's all the way down at the bottom here too, but you can also just click on it here. And you click on that and you it loads, and I already have one up here. So basically what the final exam is it is you write in response to a prompt. And for the final exam, you can use whatever resources you would like your book, resources online, etc., to write this response. So go ahead and read through the prompt. It's kind of a simulation situation in which a principal asks you to discuss how you will support literacy in your discipline. And it's a very realistic question. In fact, I've had students come back and tell me that they actually have received this question in their interviews and have come back to thank me for having this as part of the class. So even if you don't plan to take the final exam, you might want to just read through the prompt to get a sense of what might be a very likely interview question that you would have when you're applying for jobs. But basically, you're just responding to that principal, explaining how you would support literacy in your discipline, and using 5 of these terms. And so I will make the 5 terms available. I'll just pick them from a cup, and I will make those available next Monday. You can come to the D2L site and see there'll be a video under session 15 that has the terms for the final exam. And so then you need to include those 5 items in your response. And then that response you will submit to the D2L Dropbox by Monday, May 15th, 11:59 p.m. So that is how the final exam will work. If you have more questions about that, feel free to ask me. But this week I will be, by this week I will have your check and check plus totals up, and all the discuss and focus and reflect activities except the one for next week. Those will all be up, and you'll be able to see where you're at with that. So I think those are all the announcements I have for now. If not, I'll send you an email, but feel free to send any questions that you might have. Have a good day.